Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Nebula series, Season Three's official first stream tonight. It's going to be a good one. We've got the Goldfish facing off against the Coven. I am your host for the night, Caustic, and joining me on the casting side, we got a returning face and a newcomer here. Say hello to both Tetra and Unequaled King.
Woo! Yes.
Oh, what's good?
Yes. I'm
Happy to
good,
be
man. I'm
here.
excited. Same.
Yeah, man.
You know,
First game?
yeah, I know, man. Season 2 was phenomenal, but now we're season 3, the new season. I believe this is the very first stream of season 3 as well. So I'm very happy to be the first caster in the opening game. How
Bro,
are you
same
feeling?
here,
Because
man.
you're new. You're a rookie. Yeah.
I'm
How do you
brand
feel,
new,
man? How you feel?
absolutely. Yeah, excited to be here. I mean, this is my first season, but season 3 jumping in. Glad to hear that the last season was good because that means that,
Mm-hmm.
we're building on success and I'm expecting good things coming in here. Excited to see these teams come out and give us some fun.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. I believe the rosters will come up any second now. I believe so. Yeah. Okay, here we go. For the Coven, we got Sleepy Bear and Help Me on DPS, Beat for Tank, and Digit and May for supports.
I got a little bit of background information already because I've been doing my homework that Sleepy Bear is off-rolling. Normally they are playing supports, I believe,
Mm,
alongside Digit. So we'll keep an eye on Sleepy Bear on the DPS.
okay.
And on the other side, the Goldfish coming in, Chronix and K on the DPS line, Ari, our tank, and Frogman and Luna, trying to keep everybody alive.
Whew, all right. And for maps, first map, Oasis. Honestly, Oasis, I like this map. It's a fun map to play. Fun map to also watch as well. I think there's a lot of good moments in this map, kind of like throughout history. And hopefully in Nebula, this map kind of continues that history factor of Oasis. I also think too is just you see a lot of different team comps here.
That's what I was
Different
going to highlight.
variations of it. Yeah, like you see a good amount of brawl comps, you see a good amount of dive comps, and if they're feeling it, some poke comps too, like some Sigma comps, some even some
I've
I've
seen
seen some
everything.
Dom on this map too. Yeah, like there's
Yeah,
a lot of things
I've
you can play
seen
on this map.
everything from Roadhog to Diva on this map, even in
Mm-hmm.
as high as like OWCS. As of recently, like 2026, they've been playing Roadhog on this map. So you really can,
Shout out to
depending on
BNT.
your team comp.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's the man right there.
I agree though. I guess in the whole thing just be see what these teams end up doing. End up kind of figuring out, picking in when they're with their team comps on this map.
What are you
I
liking
think
right
at
now?
one point,
What are
what
you
am I
running?
liking?
Yeah,
I
what are you
can't
running in
leak.
your comp
I can't
games?
leak. I can't leak.
You
I
can't.
can't leak.
You can't be distracted in your comp games.
I think
All
for
right.
me though, when I play comp, I just play Winston anyway. I just play
Yo, that's
Winston all
my
the
guy
time.
right
I
there.
just I got like
Honest
GM on
Overwatch.
Winston on tank, and I just keep playing it. I don't stop. I'm a tank main, man.
He's
I love that
honest
character.
Overwatch. He's the leader. He's the
Most
best
honest
for a
character.
reason. Yeah,
Agree.
for
I
sure.
agree.
We should hang out though,
What
because
about
I
you?
play Tracer. We could get up the dive and
You know what,
start a
man? I'm
run.
so down. I'm so down to run the queues and destroy the new,
I
the
gotta
new
get
up
to
and
my.
comers in Emerald.
I gotta
I'm
get to
so
that
down.
emerald. That's what I was saying, bro. I gotta be the Emerald King. That's what they call me on the streets
There's
already.
that.
So I may as well.
I think at one point we'll learn the bands. I think we're just waiting for some other stuff for the teams to kind of finalize their stuff before we go in anything.
Yeah,
Shoot,
we
let me know.
are. Okay, we just got ours from both teams, but I'll take the opportunity
Okay.
just really quick. Show off the map pool for Season 3. Obviously, one of your options being Oasis,
Yeah.
along with Ilios and Antarctic Peninsula for control. Hybrid Kings Row Midtown, new addition, as one of the maps that was there previously ended up getting some new changes made to it. So that
Some
had to
great
be
changes.
replaced.
Some very good changes.
Yep. Neon Junction there as well, and then Flashpoint Escort and Push. You will see as we go into the matches.
I like it, man. I got favorites on all of these so far. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
Oasis
will.
is
Oh,
close to my heart, but
bands.
Antarctic Peninsula has come through for me in
Yeah.
a strong way here recently.
That map has been getting. The more I play it, the more I'm starting to enjoy that map. We're also enjoying these bands. These bands, a little funky. The Maga band, I do understand it. The May though, I don't see May
I like
much,
the
like
May.
in general.
I like the May, just keeping them honest, making sure that nobody's
Yeah.
trying to get walled off in these small choke holes that you can set up on this map. People are not going to have that secondary tank in the front line to just be able to stall on the point for a longer period of time there.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. No, I mean that's a good point. Begin to team comps though. We see Goldfish they're running a Soj, Sim, Ram, Lucio, Kiriko, looking more like it was Twisted Minds type of Sim TP around the map,
Yeah,
play as a core.
it might just be a sim TP out the map to switch to the Tracer or Reaper as well.
Don't. I wonder what is. Are they all there? No, okay, yeah, right. Just TP somehow. But we see Coven though. Their team comps a little interesting.
Go in
They have Kiri,
Tracer.
Mizuki, Sigma, Sojourn, then an Onron instead of like a Tracer or a Genji.
Onron's been a problem here lately, man. I've been seeing it.
True.
They just don't die. They got that survivability for days. They can get out so many different ways.
Yeah.
Against the Ramatra, though, they're not going to find too much with the block being able to keep them alive for a while here. We pressure for high ground now as the ult charge begins to tick up on both sides and nobody falling just yet. 100% charge, we're going to need to make sure that we guard our heads as we look to poke in. The Coven dropped to the points now, trying to make sure that Goldfish don't get the cap. Backing out now as Frogman takes down Onron in the form of Help Me. Getting that first pick will give them first cap as the Goldfish start to tick up.
Yeah, I think one of the main issues with the team comp, I mean, they're looking for staggers here. They might not get one. No, okay, no, you don't get one. Oh, they do. They got Mizuki. They might get Soj as well, too.
On the transition there. Oh, he's so low.
No, okay, they back up. One of the things though, like the Coven there, like they kind of all like held it up in like that hookah area. With their team comp, you want more angles, right? Like get the Soj, the Kiri, the Mizuki, the Onron. Like you want to be around the map. If you're gonna like bunker against the Goldfish, who have a pretty bunker like brawl type of team comp, you're not gonna win those fights. The Coven want to win this, they have to get a bit more, get more loose, get more freaky, if you will.
Yeah, you have the Tracer against you, so if you can just even find that same angle, a huge pulse bomb coming through, the double kill. I can't pronounce their name, but I'm gonna pull it up here. Who is it? Chronix? No, that's K. That's K with the double kill.
That's K, yes.
Triple kill at the end of it. Huge melee kill at the end of it. Very nice tech.
Mm.
Emerald gun, definitely not an emerald in their rank though. I already can tell that.
At least diamond. They
at
look
least diamond.
tough. Yeah. Let's hope that was a good ult though. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, just
it's a little close.
Yeah, nobody saw that. We weren't watching anything.
Saw what? Chronic
with the overclock, looking to continue this point, take up 70% already for the way of the Goldfish as the Coven look to pressure in now, looking to make a full rotate, switching around the side of the map as all of the Goldfish are now on the high ground, just making sure that when this Soldier ult pops off, they're going to be able to see what they want to see.
There's so much ult eco though from both sides. So many ultimates come out and the Kiriko goes down first.
No, the Kiriko has a continue rush. Both support ults are down now. All damage is permanent on the side of the Coven as they continue to get taken over. 90% now. Taking up Help Me does get one at the Kiriko. Okay. Sigma does get another. It's becoming a little scrappy here, but Goldfish, they're not going to give it up.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even pop the overclock. Holy cow.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, they only use one ultimate. They only used Pulse Bomb. That's all they used the entire round. They didn't need anything else. And that's because I feel like the way they were playing, just, I feel like the Coven were playing into the Goldfish, right? Like they were playing the way Goldfish wanted to play into another team, which is like, front to back. The Coven were not playing any angles. Like I think the very first fight they played angles, they almost got a few picks, but because they were bunkered to start with, they didn't get anything, right? Again, like I said, comp, and it's not gonna be effective. I feel like if they want to just be a brawl comp, you can just mirror what Goldfish are playing, right? Just play the Ram, play the Lucio, play the Kiri, like that'll be fine.
On the off angle, and then we have the pressure from both sides, and we can actually find a pick here. There's nobody that we're really trying to take out on the side of the Goldfish either. If we're gonna try and focus on the remote, have all day to be able to do so with the Lucio and the Kiri being able to heal them up. The Kiri is going to teleport out, and the Lucio is going to climb wherever they want to go. It's hard to even just find a target outside of the Sojourn to take down, especially. Oh no, this is the Coven taking the high ground. A very good choice from them. They'll drop when they want. Big damage already coming out from Chronix though. 25% of their ults on the Sojourn. Point unlocks and the Sigma drops down. We do keep the Sojourn on high ground. Let's see if they can get a pick. They're charged up. No, it's going to be Help Me that falls first.
The dominoes fall.
Afterwards, yeah. They had a good tactic, but this Tracer, my goodness. Ooh, the clean one.
K's doing phenomenal Tracer right now. And I think it's also a fact that the Coven are just not contesting K. K's able to do whatever they kind of just feel like doing. And I think amount of like...
Just right down the middle. Donron's job, in my opinion. We need Help Me to help us.
I mean, we see some switches though. Like they switch around. They don't know Maga now. Wait, Maga's
Maga's banned,
banned.
so that's
Wait,
not
what?
gonna work.
Uh,
It's a pretty poor choice on this map, anyways. So
yeah, hold on.
I need to pause here.
I don't know if we're gonna get a restart of the round or what, but they're on Maga. Unless the bans are messed up, Maga is banned. Yeah, like I don't know if that's allowed. I don't know if we could do that.
Nebula season 3. I can imagine there's probably seasons before this where there was some technical difficulties.
Happened a couple times.
With us, yeah. First.
So I looked at the media chat. I realized for clarity, Zarya's banned, not Maga. So it was just more of a graphic issue and not a action. It was on. It's fine, all good. So now we know Zarya's banned. So Maga is allowed to be played. So we kind of that's fine. That's okay. We might have made it a bigger deal than it was. Sorry. But I want to say this before too, though, right? So like we saw first point, right? The Coven, they went high ground. Honestly, this might be like a somewhat hot take. I kind of hate Oasis high ground because a lot of time teams don't utilize it correctly. Like they'll kind of just say high ground, not do anything else afterwards. Like if you're gonna take high ground so you can take other lanes a lot more comfortably, right? Like you can take left side, right side, and kind of just sit on those lanes. If you're gonna just have everyone on high ground, there's no point on having high ground because you can't see anybody if they're hiding from you. You have to use the high ground to then take more space on the map.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
The Coven. Oh, go on.
It's one of those things I say a lot where it's like with a Moira player, like their stats, it looks good on paper, right? Taking high ground looks good on paper, but it's not about what looks good on paper. It's the execution of it, especially in Overwatch. It's not about, as we get back into the game here, 45% taken up on the side of the Goldfish. It's about what you do with it, and that's what you were saying there was just because you have high ground, if I still shoot you in the face and you're on high ground, you still fall. So it's about what you do with it in this game instead of how it looks on paper. Another smooth kill on the side of the Tracer. Key running this lobby now has Pulse Bomb, 60% in counting for the Goldfish, as Coven still looking for answers here. The Pulse Bomb looking to go in. Oh, might not even. No, crazy.
No. Almost. I mean, I'm ready for this Pulse. We gotta stay on K a little bit. I want to see if they get this Pulse Bomb. They got it last time. I want to get it again.
They have this the Suzy to be able to pressure it out. But is he gonna wait for it? Big shot by Chronic, taking out his counterpart. Yeah, I think we're gonna save it here. It's cleanup time. Yep. Lucio gonna not make it out. Yeah.
That'd be last fight too.
A small victory. Chronic actually using their overclock this time to shoot at the spawn doors, but it is being used.
Yeah, but I mean, it just doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, 200-0. It's the most dominant it can be. Is there a possible chance we could look at the leaderboard? I feel like I feel it was like 3 deaths total for Goldfish.
Yeah, the backline.
I was one off.
Yeah, the backline fell once. Yep.
Ugh.
That was nasty.
That was
a nice now too. Yeah, you'd love to see that. And then still in the backline pressuring instead of diving back to their team. This is a well-versed Tracer.
I agree. I do think that overall, they're kind of a well-versed team. I think K is able to do so well because the rest of the team is pressuring so well. And I also think, like, kind of mentioned before too. Yeah, exactly. Right. Like,
going on elsewhere, he's invisible.
It's because not the Coven, Goldfish are just applying so much pressure at every other angle. Kind of front line, they would kind of just hold their ground, kind of just walk forward, and K is always able to have those angles comfortably because the Coven are running a team comp that, in theory, doesn't do much against Tracer. Like you said before, Onron's Onron should be focusing the Tracer. I agree with you.
That would
I also think though it's even then it's like against like a Tracer that kind of just plays their distance. It's so hard for you to win that because Tracers are consistent damage wise, right? Like she has 40 shots. Onron has like two burst. It's just consistent damage wise. It's just so much different, and I feel like it's difficult for Onron to do it. Maybe that's when you have maybe Onron Mizuki go and had to take the angle, like Onron Kiriko. I think together it's a lot better because I think in a one-on-one us Onron gets super aggro and tries to keep the distance close.
Well, that would be great. I completely agree. You're probably looking at it more from a coach's standpoint because if you, I agree with you, and the Onron is not going to win the Tracer duel, but I don't even need you to do that. I think they can just be enough to where the Tracer isn't invisibly in our backline. They can just like force the recall and push them out and make sure that they're not able to do as effective of a job as possible. But yeah. If you're trying to win the angle, the Mizuki going, I don't like the Mizuki going with it. I think you'd have to take the Kiriko with you. The Mizuki needs to be hanging out with that Sigma for the ults and all that. The hat just goes too crazy with multiple targets. But yeah, if you were trying to win that angle, to maybe take the Mizuki or the Kiriko with you as the Onron, and then you could actually do what Kay's doing to the Coven on the other hand. But I think the Onron is enough to just kind of just keep them at bay, just force that recall, make sure they're not being a nuisance in your backline, and wait till Sleepy Bear finds a pick on Sojourn like Chronic has been doing for the Goldfish.
I agree. Also though, another map, right? So trying to change subject a little bit, or way over.
Moving forward.
A lot of maps in mind. There are,
Like Coven are trying to do. We're trying to move forward.
Yes, there are 12 maps total they could choose from. Honestly, with the way that I think, like, if not going to Tracer, I think a New Junk City might be a good map to go to on, or maybe not New Junk. I mean, maybe like a Circuit, because like the Sigma comp they were playing does work on Circuit like a lot better. I don't know if Onron's gonna work, but I know the rest of the team will be fine on Circuit. That might be a good map to go to. Chambali also could be not terrible as well.
I agree with both of those. I was thinking more of a hybrid map, but also the escort works as well, because what I'm thinking Coven really needs is a choke point. If they can find somewhere to just have a full, like, there are no angles, you have to walk through this, basically the singular point on King's Row, or you have to walk through this singular point on Neon Junction, or like you said, Circuit Royale is another one, Shambali Monastery. You have to walk through this very narrow area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think that might be the best way they can really take this fight. I mean, or they just ban Tracer and go like a New Junk. Because I think what they could do too is if you
do is like,
if you want to,
getting K off a Tracer is definitely priority number one.
Yeah, I mean, I also think too, like, if they want to play their bans correct, I think the issue is that you are gonna have to ban Tracer at one point. So I think you should ban Tracer and play a map that Tracer is good on, and then if you might lose that map, which is fine, you can choose a map that Tracer just sucks on in general. Or if you win the map, that kind of forces Goldfish to, let me see. There's only so many good Tracer maps per game mode. I mean, next one we push if they go Flashpoint.
I'm thinking we're banning Tracer on the Goldfish's map pick. I think that's the smarter choice, in my opinion. Is if they're going to get their map, we're going to make sure that they don't get their
Tracer. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so Neon Junction will be our second map here, as the Coven look to, like I was saying, definitely finding these choke points. The first point, and also a decent amount on the second point, and then the entire third point here is just one gigantic choke. I hate this map personally, and I can't find a win on it. I can't win. It's not that I don't like it; it's that I can't win. Is my problem.
This is like my favorite map in the game right now. Unironically, I think this map is so good. It's so fun.
You have to teach me then. You got to teach me how to play it, because I don't know.
I think the main thing is that I feel like the map doesn't feel like, at least for me personally, like when I play the map, it doesn't really feel unbalanced. I feel like you can easily win every point. We can also like hold every point. It doesn't feel like one is more like third point's a little weird in general. Like third point's always like down hybrids, but like on even on third point, like Neon Junction, for me, like I don't ever feel like it's like I can always feel like I can win the map, like no matter when. Like I'm playing like Numbani, for example. No, if I'm on third point, I just know I'm gonna not cap unless I like get like a 4-minute time bank. You're not gonna, if you don't get 4-minute time bank, you're probably not gonna cap third point Numbani. That's just what the map is. Same with like Eichenwald and what's the other one? King's Row's even like
King's Row.
King's Row's a bit weird, but even King's Row's another example. Like Neon Junction is like one of those maps I feel like you can cap third point, and even if you don't, it's like you can still kind of win because second point's like pretty, it's pretty holdable, and first point is too. I don't know. It's just in my opinion, it's my favorite map, and also a pretty balanced map overall. But
I think it's pretty balanced. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's balanced, especially the first 2 points. There's a lot of give and take that you can go. There's the second point. There's so many different angles you can take. I just think a lot of people don't utilize that on the second point a lot. Nor do I think you should. I don't think there's any reason to go over there really. So that would be my one critique of the map as we go over the teams again. We got a change up here.
It's for NVN. Luna's out. I'm assuming they're probably gonna look for more of a brawly type of style in this map. instead of playing like not necessarily like kind of what they're playing before. Either that or they'll go for like a more of a slower style with like a double flex support type of thing, or not double flex support, but like, like a Yari or JPC type of comp with I don't know, a few things you could do. I mean, they did keep it their main support in, so there's only so many things they are going to do, but the possibility of having it still there.
I'm imagining we're running the Sigma here still for Ari, our tank.
What? Yeah.
And that'll be good for Frogman to continue playing the Lucio. Not sure who to pair that with if we're not looking for the Kiriko. Lucio Kiriko has kind of been meta for about 2 years now. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Lucio Moira could be a really interesting choice here if we're trying to go fast.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Goldfish on offense, we'll have to wait. The Coven on defense, though, coming out with the Mitsuki BAP. They said, we are going to stay alive.
This is something he ran last map. Just, I think instead of Kiriko, it's BAP. Instead of Onron, it's Meta, which I do think this is better. I think if you're going to run like Mizuki, I think Mizuki BAP is fine.
Off the chains for...
Yeah. The one thing I'm seeing is that Tracer is banned on Neon Junction. And from my history, Tracer is not the greatest on this map. So I feel like they kind of just like threw the ban out there because K's good, rather than like thinking about like, long term. Because imagine now they have like it open for like Sorvasa or
exactly. You
map,
take
right?
it
And it's just
to New Junk City and they're walking through you just like that.
Yeah.
Widowmaker coming out from K is a bold choice to say the least. Oh my god.
Is it bold? Is it bold?
Down. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Bold and beautiful, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That was a huge shot coming through. The double hit scan. Chronic following up, taking out the Baptiste, who is already low. I don't even believe got the Immortality field out. The Sigma versus Sigma now. The pressure is in the front line. May down. Mitsuki also taken out with a greedy play. These Goldfish have the greediest comp known to ban outside of the Sigma. They have nothing but hits. So much damage. And it's winning. The Coven have huge defense. I think this is offense versus defense right here. Like, normally defense wins championships, but not today. Not when the Goldfish are on the field.
When the strongest defense is a good offense,
Yeah, why do I need to hear you if the entire team's dead? Another first pick coming out by K. It doesn't matter what they're on so far. They're running the lobby. Widowmaker, Tracer, ban them. Try and ban them.
I think one of the main things too is that like they're not really scouting this Widow. Like I feel like you want to take angles against this Widow a little bit to find her. You don't gotta like do much. Just find Widowmaker and then go from there.
Just pin her out. Right? Just pin her. Yep. You don't really have anybody that can do anything about it. Just make sure you know where she is.
I feel like the thing is that first fight they just weren't scouting hard enough, and so Widow kind of came out of nowhere, got her first pick, and then he lost the point.
It was a fast pick, and that's all you need on one of these attack heavy maps. It's the spawn or the contest is so close that they had 5 minutes in the bank, over 5 minutes already to push it to the second point. Immortality field goes down as well, making sure everybody's alive, but they're all low. Chronic's looking for a pick. Bab drops the window and then immediately gets taken out by the Sigma on the other side. The Nano goes out to empower the overclock, but we're not popping it. We can't find a target. Finally, in the backline, the Mitsuki goes down. We're keeping our eye. Chronic with 2 big picks. He's keeping his eye in the right places right now. The Sigma is going to get taken down. Big rail shot to make sure he doesn't get hit with that accretion. And that will be the cap coming through. Second point. Over 4 minutes already for the... They're here to win this game and get... They got dates. They got plans, bro. What time does the Spider-Man movie start later? they got things to do, homie.
I know.
They're season. I gotta get my placement matches done.
I mean, here though, ult economy for Coven's looking pretty strong. You have a lot of ults. Squall doesn't have the window, but they have everything else coming up, especially to help me with the mail. So maybe they can get something going on with this mail. They have to get something going. They have to get stun momentum somehow.
To make it take that left window, go where the Sojourn's going and then go to the left side and drop the Blizzard. But it looks like if we're gonna frontline this, the Sigma getting rocked is not what we want to see. Discord Orb going out. They're taking the angle that we need to be taking at in the right place. Chronic taking out the Immortality field and then popping the ult, taking out the May, saving their ult for the next fight. Hopefully, Mitsuki ult does come out to potentially stall for a moment. Okay, switching over to the Freya now. Doesn't even matter. It takes out the Baptiste. The Sigma finally does take out K. The carry is finally off the field there for a moment. But the Zenyatta pushing the cart is still there as the Mitsuki falls. Blizzard needs to be used this fight. We need to get in a good position. We're taking an angle now. That we need to be able to put it down. Flux
see what
is
happens. I mean, they
here,
have
gets
nothing to do with
eliminated.
all they have is window or immortality from BAP. Once immortality is out, free flux, right? I mean, they have Mail and Sojo to work with, but they have to first get the Mail off, and if not, Super has to just hit their shots, and that's a really hard thing to bank on, you know.
Yeah. The Ana and Zenyatta playing very far back and keeping their team alive at the same time. Like, it's going to be hard to even get an angle on them. As Help Me falls in the front line, Chronic with another stop this, or to continue this push. The back going low, 90% to ult. The Flux goes out, the Accretion misses, the Immortality field goes down, it's going to be go time. Sleepy Bear looking to make a difference here to keep their team on the point. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. The Goldfish taking out Sleepy Bear in the middle of their overclock. The Nano going out onto the Freya. Freya ult going out and taking out the BAP. The Blizzard might be huge, taking out 2 already. Both of the backliners down, a third coming through for the side of the Coven, and the stall will happen. They will be able to get out. Finally, the May Blizzard going down and making a difference here.
Yeah, and I mean, there one of the main things was that it's a very, very long fight, very drawn out fight. But I mean, they ended up winning it, and that's good though because that was like 2 minutes off the time bank, and they had like what 5.5 minutes I think before going into this. So now getting that 5.5 to 3, that's a good start. But I mean, you know, the ult eco though, all you have if you're the Coven is this Sigma Flux. Beat Boot Bap's gotta go hard here, and if not, I mean, they gotta just try to live as long as they can and just sustain these fights because Goldfish, I mean, children coming up. Zenyatta Tranquility is coming up soon, halfway to Flux. Like, their ego's looking strong right now.
Yeah, we gotta get on this if we want this card to continue to push. We gotta get on the Zenyatta to stop this card push. He is putting out major damage. Flux comes out, doesn't find a kill, forces Reaper to fade, and they'll back off, taking some damage on the way out. But with the Tranquility online, we're going to continue this push. Our backline getting involved as Frogman takes out the Sigma, and then Help Me as well. The Ana with 2 kills in the fight as the team falls around, and we have 3 ults in the bank, and Nano almost online as well. The Venture swap to potentially get a touch. 2 minutes left in the bank. Are we going to be able to get it? The Coven do get there with the touch. Immortality field immediately coming out and taken out. Mitsuki ult, huge play in the middle of that Sigma Flux, but it's not going to be enough. Both backliners are down. Chronix pops the overclock and takes out May. And that will be a full cap coming through for the side of the Goldfish. 1 minute and 43 seconds in the time bank.
Dang. There's like a rule of thumb about hybrid, which we kind of talked about before. 2 things happen, but three things happen on this point. You either cap with way more time than you should, you cap with no T, or you don't cap at all. That's like every single map, right? But hybrid, it feels like it's one of those 3. But the issue with hybrid is that you mostly get OT or don't cap at all on 3rd point. If you cap with time, it puts you in such a good spot because no matter what, you can't lose. You cannot lose this map. It is impossible
no matter
to
what,
lose this map.
Until after the end of this, you cannot lose. I completely agree with that, which is a huge thing for the mentality of the Coven, right? Already going down 0-1, 200-0 on control, and now knowing that no matter what they do on this, they cannot win their map choice until they fight harder in overtime is demoralizing. To be able to keep up your mentality during that is going for them. Let's see what switches.
I mean, most of the guys are draw. That's all they got going for them.
I really do like the Moro Lucio on attack here. If we're going full throttle, we can just run past that Sigma, get to the Ana and the Zenyatta in the backline, and then double back for the Sigma, and
True.
that's first point. And just as quickly as the Goldfish were able to take it. I don't think that Ramatra is the perfect pick for that, but we'll see how they're going to be able to execute this. We gotta go quick. Discord already coming out. Good Sigma shields. And Sleepy Bear falling. Chronic with another pick onto the Moira. Nice shots. We need to try and get 1 for our money here. Key on the Reaper. Just too much survivability. Even with the Tracer gone, just putting up those rocket shots.
Another thing too is that when you're playing a team comp like the Coven is, the most important thing is your utility usage, right? using amps correctly, using Ramatra abilities correctly, using Maywalk correctly, if he's gonna throw it out there like Beep did, he kind of just like through the slow, through the shield out. You have to use your things correctly, because if you don't, like Goldfish, their team comp's so pokey, so angle, like it's so, you know, you want to angle max with your team comp, it's just so easy to just punish Coven for walking in.
Absolutely, it's about following up on mistakes, like Beep Boop Bop just did right there. The Sigma using their ETH a little early, but K doesn't care. K doesn't care. K the carry is not gonna care. Oh, almost dodged that hinder as well. Are they gonna this? Almost a tick going through. Okay, that'll be one tick going through for the Coven as they're laying down some damage. Sleepy Bear with some great shots there coming on from the Cassidy, taking out both of the damage of the Goldfish. They will have to give up this point. Yeah, just like that. Just focusing on the mistakes instead of focusing on using our cooldowns and our abilities to gain the track. If they're just going to let us walk through the choke for free, we should not be using the Ramatra shield. We should not be using the Ramatra cooldowns to be able to do it. We need to use it in the perfect time there. And we Ari made a mistake on the Sigma using his cooldowns a little early, and the Coven made them pay for it there.
Mm-hmm. And now we see the ult eco for, I mean, honestly, both sides. Pretty strong ult eco. I mean, a lot of them are getting ults. Ults coming up. I mean, the Coven's gonna have ults first, though.
Blizzard's
having
first,
Coalescence and having the Blizzard, yeah. And also,
the Nano
Cats
can't
that
come out to make up for it. Let's see who's gonna pop theirs first. 4 minutes and 20 seconds, then nice. 4 minutes and 50 seconds now, but that's still cool. Blaze up for them to make it through the second point. The Nano on the Sigma, or nah, we Nano K, right? We Nano the Reaper and just let them run the lobby like they've been doing this whole time, right? Yeah. Big sleep on the Ramatra could be it, but a Blizzard. 2 for the Help Me, 3 for the Help Me, all headshots. Only headshots for the Mei in the middle of the Blizzard. That's what we like to see. And that'll be a team kill for the Coven. Only on the back of the Mei.
I realized I just said you cannot win this map. Technically, you can win the map if you get more time. Duh. Forgot that's a thing. I realized I had fixed myself. I was like, there's a possible chance you can just cap with more time. I forgot that's a thing. I forgot that, like...
You still have to do overtime, though. That doesn't mean you win.
I mean, overtime, but I was thinking, yeah, that's what I was thinking, like, no matter what, they can't win, because I'm like, no, they can still win the map. You just cap with more time. Ooh. That's not a good start, though, the third point.
Taking on the sniper role on the Ana. Now that the main encapsulation has gone out, they're focusing them down, but the beat will keep everybody alive. Huge beat coming in from Digit. Both support ults coming on for the Coven. They need some kills here, but with Scully falling, and yeah, the overclock and Chronic taking down Help Me. Everybody getting involved, and the Goldfish will hold. We still have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. Nice on this last point here, but it will be a hold for now.
Yeah, I mean, to go to start with, and they still have ultimates to work with. Like, they still have the Nano, the Trank, the Reaper. Coven, no, they have ults to walk in with. They have the Ramatra. You know, they got Ramatra for him, and they also got Cast that eye. Goldfish allows to sustain with going into this fight. So Coven is just gonna have to work on, you know, punching through, getting those abilities out one by one, or ults out. Just
into this ult economy.
Ebb and flow. Yeah, a lot of in and out right now, because they can't just burst in and ult for kills, because that's not
big
happening.
anti, but they're gonna be able to wipe. Looking for an angle to poke from.
That's a good wall, though.
Chronic taking out our Lucio is going to be the go sign. He going down, being a little too aggressive with his ults. Doesn't get much of anything for it. The Ramatra trying to stay alive here. Needs a couple more seconds, but no. Ari's going to take him out. 2 for their money on the Sigma. Chronic with another railgun shot. This Chronic is just a monster on this Sojourn. We might need to start taking them off of it. We might ban this next time for the Coven if they lose this map.
It's the DPS on a go for you general. I don't think it's just one or the other. I think it's both. It's like Kyrie LeBron almost out here. They're unbelievable. I mean, this on top of it too. Chronic's coming up with the Soldier. I mean, it's 70%. They're still a little far away, but they're good with that Soldier overclock. So let them get that. Could be some mad work. But Coven, they have ultimates though. They still have the Ram form, stuff that but they also have Mail coming in soon. What?
Passing in the front line, just trying to do everything by themselves, and that's not going to be the way that this game works. Beep Boop does take out the Ana for their trouble, so it is a 5v1 as Beep Boop takes out a second, but the Chronic Railgun is just a killer. It's a killer.
Cool.
It's a stopper. Back into the front line. This person has no chill.
Nope. I mean, I fight 2D. Also used 3 ultimates from the Coven. He used the Coalescence, the a Ramatra ult and Deadeye, and all Goldfish used, I believe was no, they use Nano that fight. That was it.
They
Only
used Nano
Nano.
that fight. They
It
used
was
Nano,
1 for 3. That's a
It was 1 for 3.
not a good trade because now they just. I mean, for the rest of for like the next like minute, probably they're just gonna have ultimates to work with and cycle over.
Yeah, no
Ooh,
matter
but
what
losing that
now,
Sin for Sleepy Bear
they
though.
cannot finish with more time. So they're just hoping to finish with more than a minute to be able to continue their push, to be able to even potentially draw. Flux comes out from RE, does get the Lucio with a little bit of help from Chronic. Shamatra in the front line is a problem, but RE taking him down. Chronic popping the overclock and taking out Sleepy Bear and their counterpart. And it looks like they're on attack right now, but they're not. They're actually on defense.
I mean, what are they playing? I mean, are they really defending? I feel like they're defending by attacking.
It's a great
most of the
rotation. Yeah, it's a
time.
great rotation every time. They're keeping them off guard. You never know where they're. But this Help Me May ult made a difference last time, but it'll have to be next fight. Ugh, that's a hard one. As Digit falls as well, we'll have to do a quick reset with a minute left on the clock. Getting close to that last fight territory. We have both support ults for the Goldfish, both DPS ults for the Coven. I'd rather have both support ults. How about you?
Yeah, I agree. Those support ults are way better than about anything else. The main thing though here, Coven got to work on clearing these angles. I mean, they're kind of just constantly flanking, and Coven are not doing anything. But like, even there, for example, like they have K on the flank, K sitting in a corner, and then Sleepy Bear kind of gets baited into that, and then gets a pick, and then now when the rest of the fight's over.
Baited into it every time. They think that there's a free angle there, and they try and take it, and then 3 people swamp on it. While the rest of the team is trying to walk through the middle of the map, and they're able to do it, but it's not like they're even getting any card progress from it, because there's at least one person on the side of the Goldfish standing there making sure that attention is drawn to them, and the card progress isn't going to be able to happen. And on to K, or Key, sorry, yeah, K. Nano on the K, saving their ults, just beautiful shotgun kills onto the both now backliners of the Coven down. And with 7 seconds left, this is going to be it. That late stagger kill onto the Ramatra, there's going to be nobody to touch. And that'll be their second map.
I mean, a lot closer, I will say. Definitely a lot closer. They didn't lose that fight. They didn't lose that map, sorry, like it was first. That was a really close map. There was a possibility where Coven could have had more time than Goldfish. I think the main thing though
is this is a big part here, right? Like the May ults. This is how, if they had one more, they would have been able to make it to the end of the map.
Yeah, I think one of the main things there was just. I think the way Coven were playing at like that last point, it was just they weren't clearing the angles like one by one. They're kind of just like bursting through angles without like really much thought, which can work, and I think did work a couple times. The only issue is that like they would then kind of just sit there and do nothing when they cleared the angle, or when like they got to where they needed to be at. They wasted a lot of time just like kind of sitting. And I think when these ultimates, it was like ultimates that some worked, I will say, some definitely did work. But I think main thing is just like clearing those angles and kind of getting in the right spots to get more valuable ultimates. That would have helped a lot more. I think it was just too impatient to like win the map and get more time, that they were like taking the fights a bit slowly to like get in the positions and clear the angles out and get there one by one. And on top of it now too, though, they lost that map and they banned Tracer. The only other map I could think of that Tracer would be bad on is like Circuit. That's like in the map pool. I think every other map like Tracer can work
you
on
can play it
pretty
on
well.
Yeah, you can play it on your flashpoints.
Right? Like,
you're good to go.
Now it's looking even more rough for.
It was a very reaction ban
Coven.
where it would have made more sense to do something like a Sojourn to take Chronic out of the fight, because we needed K had to switch off of the Tracer on this map anyways, unless they're gonna play like a Sombra. Yeah, I think that's kind of the catch-22 of what we're seeing from the Coven is, like you said, they need to go like fast, but they also, what their comp wants to do is just play sustain and slow down the game and outwin and outwin the fight by sustaining longer and the fight drawn out and winning that way. But they're not winning that either now. Now that the Goldfish have switched over to the Sigma, they had the Baptiste they had the not the Baptiste. Yeah, the Mitsuki Baptiste, right? That was them, not the Coven?
Yeah. That was
they slowed down as well and said, okay, if you want to play slow, we'll play slow as well. And they beat him in that. So now where do we go? We can't play fast. We can't play slow. What is the answer here for the Coven going into it?
Well, the answer will be answered after this short 5-minute break. So please don't go anywhere as we continue this game where a possible reverse sweep can happen or a possible sweep of a
I'm here for it.
3-0. Find out in a bit, guys. All right, Nebula, welcome back. So, if y'all missed anything in the first half, Goldfish are 2-0 in the series against the Coven. First map was 200-0 on Oasis. Not that close to the map. As you can see though, last map was a lot closer. Both teams had about 4 minutes to cap their point. Goldfish capped with a minute 48 remaining, I believe, and sadly, Coven could not cap. So now we're in a predicament, right? Either A, the Goldfish sweep 3-0, or the more fun route, the Coven win this map. And
Oh, I'm here for
the
fun.
next one.
I don't know about
And
you,
then
but I'm here for
we
fun.
get that map 5. You know, that's what I'm hoping for that. You know, as a enjoyer of the game, I'm hoping for that. However, so another thing too that you guys probably missed. The Coven chose Neon Junction and Band Tracer. K is a from Oasis, phenomenal Tracer player. Tracer is not banned on Servasa, which is, I think, widely known as a pretty dominant Tracer map. And so I'm a little worried about the Coven to answer for because they can't ban it. It's in, no matter what, it's in this map.
And the on run wasn't the enter last time, and it's probably not.
Probably not. No, probably not. But maybe it could be.
Yeah.
Maybe they switched to Hazard though. I mean, Hazard, I think allows you a bit more faster, which I think enables on run more than like Sigma does, for example. So maybe that could work. But I don't know. I mean, what do you think? What do you think?
As we get ready to get into the game here, I believe Key doesn't even need the Tracer. They're gonna play Venture on this map, pairing with the Zarya. Yeah, I was expecting the Tracer and this to be a 3-0. So hey, they're helping us get to the map 4 that we all desire. I appreciate their efforts. Unless they just pull out an incredible Venture gameplay as Chronic, once again, I feel like every single map so far, they have gotten the first pick, if I'm not mistaken, on this Sojourn.
It's Kyrie and LeBron. I mean, it's literally just the duo of the century. Like, I feel like no matter what's going on, those two are gonna find a 2-piece or a 3-piece to take the point. It's been like that the whole series, where those two have come in clutch so much in fights. Not even just in clutch, just like they're making these fights so easy by just enabling the team to just kind of walk in a straight line because they have all the angles covered, all their kills covered, they're doing the damage. It's really phenomenal work out of those two so far.
Absolutely, the target priority too is exactly who they need to target as well. They're not focusing on the tank. They're not charging up. They're not shooting at the Ramacha for no reason. They're not charging up or shooting at the Hazard when they're in defensive mode. They're finding the backline. They're finding their counter. Finally taking some space though, but it's 70% and counting already for the Goldfish. Chronic again finding the first pick. This man, we need to ban the Sojourn. We should have banned Sojourn.
Yeah, definitely should have.
The Sojourn has been a problem the entire series. 100% charge and another headshot. Beautiful plays by Chronic coming out of here.
Great player.
99% and counting. I don't even think there's going to be a touch. Yep, first point going away to the Goldfish. What do we do, Tetra? What do we do?
I think the Coven gotta like be more confident. Like I feel like that fight, like they just move so slow there. Like they worked the space and then they did nothing with it. Like you have to, clear the space out. That's fine. Then go in there, right? Get your on run in there. Get your Hazard in there. Jump on something, right? They're not really going on anything. This fight now, like they're now getting a bit aggro.
Yeah, but they're countered. They're flanked by the Venture ults, and it's making a difference. No, nah, not gonna work. The jetpack cat getting in here making a difference.
True. I didn't even notice JPC until you mentioned it.
Yeah, how do you feel about the jetpack cat?
I like it. I think JPC is a great character. I think having the jetpack cat enables a lot of different pieces. Enables Chronic to get a bit more aggro on angles without needing slide. I think it puts the Zarya in better spots and then do some weird parkour. I think the cops also enjoy it too because they're outside my house and they will not leave. They're just sitting there.
Oh yeah.
But this fight
the Goldfish are getting put under arrest for unnecessary.
I know, maybe.
This is a slaughter. They're getting a manslaughter charge by the Goldfish right now as Key takes out another 2. Make that 3 for Key. K. I'm sorry, I keep saying Key. K with another triple kill. It doesn't even matter. You ban the Tracer, they play Reaper. You don't ban the Tracer, they play Venture just for fun. And they run the train. We got 4 ults in the bank for the Goldfish right now. They're not doing any. They don't even need them. 75% and counting. This fight, unless we run the Kitsune Rush early, this is over. They're not even going to be able to touch.
Oh, the 4-man grab with adventure as well.
They're not even going to use the ult. They're just going to kill everybody with their primary fire. Oh, Chronic getting the disruptor shot damage like crazy in the middle of that fight. Frogman getting in there on the Kitsune, or on the Mitsuki as well is not correct. On the Kiriko with a nice double shot there. A lot of characters in this game now, man, right? I've been playing this game for 10 years. A lot of game.
I get it, man. It was like 40 songs?
I've been so proud of myself that it's actually 52 now, I believe, with Demon. I was so proud that I started to remember Panopticon as Domina's ult, but now I've forgotten like Tracer's blink and like shit like that now because I'm trying to remember all the new shit.
There's so many things. I'd be getting confused too. You know what isn't new though? Goldfish and DPS players. Let's see, they both have ults to do with it. Coven, no, they have a lot though. Yeah, 4 ultimates total to work with. JBC coming out first though. Help me's down.
A going low, but the bubble there to help, making sure that everybody's staying alive. And then a nice drill dash onto the back line. Help me going. And then the support following afterwards. That will be the cap going the way of Goldfish. This is match point for them.
Match point, map point. It's looking rough.
We got 4 ults. How do we start this fight? Tetra, we got 4 ults in the bank. How do we do this?
They gotta get on the point. That's the first thing you have to get on the point and then pop something. Here they pop the Hazardal, it gets nothing. They pop Arano, gets nothing.
Yo,
and it's off the point.
Hey,
yeah, true.
No matter what.
Got 2.
No ult. Oh, they finally go down. The KF carry is down. We can actually win this fight. Help me. Finally takes them out, but the overclock comes out, and Chronic is there to clean up the rest. My goodness, what a shot onto the Onron to make sure that Frogman can clean them up, and that'll be it. This is last fight territory.
70 seconds left to touch this. Yeah, they burned every ult. All they have is Embryo now. Your Sleepy Bears gotta go. They gotta go superhuman, Superman, Superwoman. They gotta use every part of their body to win this fight because all the guys there, but they might even touch. They don't touch this.
They have to touch with their ult.
Oh,
no way.
Oh, man. Oh.
And Goldfish take it 3-0 to open our Nebula Season 3 first stream.
Man, I mean, I thought it was going to be closer. Like, second map was like a really, really close game. I thought like, oh, we might get like a competitive third map because, you know, I'm seeing some life. And then K was just on Venture. And sadly, that's just...
That's scary.
That's just Ultra Instinct, basically, apparently.
That's scary because
unkillable. I don't know.
Because if we were the coach, we would have banned Tracer on Saravasa, and it still wouldn't have mattered. K still wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, like our theory didn't matter.
It still would have happened. That's scary.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Goldfish did put up a really, you know, they put a phenomenal performance on all 3 maps. They played great. The DPS line played great. I mean, for the side of the Coven, though, I think the main thing was just, you know, the map control. I think they were, at least from looking at it, they weren't confident, and you know, they didn't like put their foot down in the map space. And I feel like they kind of like either worked it really slowly or they didn't work it at all. And I feel like the Goldfish did a good job at playing around both of those areas, right? Of not having enough map space, so then the Goldfish just, you know, have the DPS kind of around the map, they get picks, or they work it too slow to where Ari and Chronic kind of just sit there and shoot the tank, and now tank can't walk it. You know, Beep's kind of just stuck, standing still like a statue. There's not a lot you can do about that, and I think main thing, you know, just all you gotta do is go back in the server, get some work in, and just work on getting the map control overall. But
that would be me. It'd be communication, right? I think if we're trying to take angles, because we did a couple of times, especially on Oasis, got the angles, but we weren't able to follow up on our success, and that's team communication. So a couple more reps under their belt, and we'll see them making a difference. Excited to see the Coven getting back in.
Yeah. As for the Goldfish, though, I believe we have to choose an MVP. And I believe, unless you want to speak differently, I think K deserves MVP by far. I think K was phenomenal in this game. I think they played great. Every character they played in, the Tracer, the Reaper, the Adventure, top tier in this series. They found multiple picks all the time, good ultimates, like just, you know, good everything.
That would be it for me. That would be it for me. Is like Chronic, absolutely a highlight person on the Sojourn. Frogman on the Lucio. Both of the support lines on the other side making a big difference. But K being able to switch it up and being able to make a difference with multiple heroes. Getting those first picks alongside Chronic every single time. I completely agree with you.
Are we getting interviews possibly or no? Is that a thing, Caustic, or are we to just MVP and we move on?
We could. I realized I'm muted.
Caustic.
We could do an interview. Let me see if they are interested.
I'm not against it.
Yeah, for sure. The big shout out to Ari as well, just holding it down on the tank line. Really, just an anchor for the team as well. Unsung hero, if you will.
Yeah. Agreed. But I mean, I hope we can interview. That'd be kind of nice. First game of the season. I think it's good to get a little interview when to see how they're feeling about their season with their team, all that stuff. If not though, it's all good. Just say they hate us. That's all. Gotta take that too.
Yeah, I'll just take it personally. It'll be
yeah,
fun.
right. Exactly. I'll just go on Twitter, make a tweet longer, call them, be like, "You're a big meanie poopy man for not joining our interview." Okay. And
you won the game, but you didn't win my heart.
You stub your toe, when you're getting off of your computer, which might be the worst. Might be like worse than death sentence in some places. Stubbing your toe. Ooh.
Nah, ingrown fingernails. That way they can't play.
Okay. Can we not send someone under the ground? Oh my god. Stubbing your toe, toenails, man. That is terrible.
You're right. I did escalate that a little bit.
That's a little bit. Just a little bit.
I changed my answer to stepping on a Lego. All right, just step on a Lego.
Okay, that's better.
I don't know about you, but I need my feet to be able to play Overwatch. Like I'd be tapping my feet. I'd be messing around. I need my feet. So if my toe hurts, if my foot hurts,
always
it does affect my gameplay.
Yeah, no, it does. I agree so much. I always have my feet kind of resting on my chair or kind of tapping on the floor, or I have them kind of touching, the bottom of my feet touching together. Too, when I play, it's I kind of change them around. If my feet aren't working, I can't play. I'm sorry. I gotta just log off and go outside and walk with my broken feet.
Yeah, right. Imagine touching grass.
Couldn't. Not me.
Couldn't be me.
Oh, don't do that. It's weird.
No, my setup's outside actually, so I get the best of both worlds.
So if you play, has the owl ever come up to you and just kind of chill while you play?
I had a couple of kids the other day riding down the street on their electric bikes or whatever, and they said W setup, and I looked that up in the Urban Dictionary, and I found out that thing.
Okay, giving you. Things you learn by being outside. Something I'll never do. Dude. So you remember I mentioned during the break my dog was playing my octopus?
Yeah.
Yeah, during the entire map he ripped it to shreds. It is all over my bed now. I love that thing. I love that thing to death, and now it does not exist.
I'm imagining destroyed. I don't know how old you are, but I'm imagining the Powerpuff Girls. You remember Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls?
Yes.
The episode where she had the purple octopus, and that ended up turning into what's his name? Him?
Yes.
Imagining your dog eating that purple octopus specifically.
Yeah, I might have to.
Okay.
I might have to throw my dog in the pit and 1v1 him in Overwatch, I think, because a little disrespectful.
Who would your dog main in Overwatch?
Junkrat.
That might be a question for the interview as well. if they have a pet, we can ask them who their pet would main.
Maybe those. Caustic, is the interview happening? Is it?
They apparently they went to get food. So in this case, no interview for tonight. But
so they hate us. All good. Hope they watch us back and see how much they hate us by not coming to an interview. And there's so much they could have talked about. They missed on us so much. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not mad or anything, obviously.
They were speed running this. I get it. They had movie tickets.
They had plans. You're right. They had to get food. You're right.
They had to go, bro. I get it. 1 hour and we're out, bro. We got reservations.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that'll do it for tonight's match. Tomorrow night we have a Division 3 matchup. Payday Pending versus the Barnyard. Same time start as tonight's match. So this has been your first stream of season 3 of the Nebula series. And we will see you all later on. Hopefully tomorrow for the next match.